Aloha mai kako, a Kamamaita curtain call from a distance, a program of reviews, previews, interviews, and features of and or with the great art and artist on Maui and beyond. I'm Paul James Brown, and I'm coming to you from my home office, where I have been conscientiously practicing self-isolation. The Heart of the Hui Student and Faculty Showcase is an exhibition featuring students, open studio users, and faculty of the Hui Noeau Visual Arts Center. The show is open to works in all media. Artists were invited to enter pieces created in or inspired by classes and workshops from within the past 2 years. There was a panel of Hui teaching artists as jurors for this exhibition. Deb Zaleski and Julie Matheis reviewed all three-dimensional pieces. Terry Lopez and Tia Brady did the two-dimensional works. With over 300 classes taught annually, the 82 pieces exhibited by 42 artists provide the viewer a glimpse at not only the quality of the classes and workshops, but the excellence of some of the teachers as well. The jurors did not rate any of the work accepted into the show. The Huiʻs Exhibition and Marketing Coordinator, Josephine Bergill-Gentile, explained, quote, "No award selections were made for this show. This show is all about highlighting and encouraging our students and faculty, giving a platform to students who might be entering their first show, so we made the decision to not have awards be selected among the works." This is a strong show with several new artists, me, whose work is definitely ready for prime time. Tops of that list is Amy Reuter. Ms. Reuter had 3 pieces accepted into the show, and each could not be more dissimilar from the other. This oil is called Rainy Olinda Sunset. It's an interesting title for a drip painting. Even without the drips, this would be a dark, almost foreboding sunset. Then there is Guarded Vulnerability, a mixed media work that shows a dog with peace and love in the background. Love is written like a punishment from a teacher of old in the lower border, mostly obscured by 5.5 pages of her journal from April and March 28th and March 24th, 2016. However, the top item in the list is number 18. Learning to trust myself is probably a good thing. She also clearly loves her sheets. Finally, there is Avian Switch, this abstract impressionist moment where the artist has taken Mamo yellow and mixed it with deep purple and splattered just a little white. The sweeping yellow gives the sense of motion on the placid purple backdrop. This is an exceptionally powerful work, and I look forward to seeing more from this artist in the future. Damien Smith is another new artist to me. I found his oil on linen portrait called Waiting in Kihei, which greets the viewer walking into the exhibit, haunting, and his lanes and oil on panel work whose off-center view of the ocean at the end of the lane grabbed me and pulled me down the lane, which looks like it is a tunnel of trees, but the light on the road tells us a different story. And what's up with that patch of blue-gray in the upper right? Judy Biscard has done it again. This abstract impressionist depiction of a pasture in Ulupalakua is so exceptional, it stretches a reviewer's praiseworthy vocabulary. There are so many excellent elements in this work that blend soft and hard with strategic verticals and glimpses of red. You feel like you are on the ground, but then there are the mountains, hills, and trees that raise the viewer off the terra firma. And is that a person in the foreground, bottom right? All of these and more combine to create what would have been the top prize in the show if the jurors were doing such a thing. Political art is as rare in art shows as Molokai O'Oa'a here on Maui. Juror Tia Brady and Bo Brady combined to give us this strong print of 2 historic police murder victims. Rest in Power is a line drawing of the late Breonna Taylor surrounded by a funeral bouquet, and Please I Can't Breathe is a portrait of the late George Floyd with the names of the other victims of police homicide and racist murders behind him, almost like he was placed at the Vietnam Memorial by Maya Lin. Also greeting the viewer upon entering the main gallery of the show is Husa Adams' mixed media and cold wax piece of the sky at dawn or sunset with dark clouds on the edge of the sunlit ones. Here is another artist allowing the drips to remain in their work. It is called Gathering Strength. Teaching artist Jennifer Owen continues to astound with her ability to make stoneware appear soft and talk about soft ceramics. Look at this untitled piece by Zenobia Lakadawala. I particularly like when artists refuse to title their work, especially non-representational works. It allows for the work to speak to the viewer without any preconceived notions as to the artist's intention. Here are 2 other untitled collagraphs by Ms. Lakadawala that are one piece As in Ms. Biscard's painting, there almost appears to be a figure in the right one. I admit I did not see it until looking at the photo. It wasn't readily visible in the show. The texture of this work on the stiff, rippled paper is endlessly fascinating. Sunny Jordan gives us this elegant formed silver neck piece called Tropical Leaf. Can't you just see this on a sleeveless little black dress? Longtime teaching artist Emilia De Castro presented this mixed media work called Teaching Love. The bird's body is an impression of the famous early 19th century print by Hokusai of the Great Wave of Kanagawa from his Mount Fuji series. The other juror in the two-dimensional category, Terry Lopez, contributed this impressionistic electric oil called Maui Number 2. The colors are fantastic. However, the mountains are very familiar. Carla Gangini found a new perspective on the Pu'unene mill, one that shows it has infinite possibilities. This view is from the south, and the Waihe'e part of Mauna Kahalawai can be seen. The whimsical nature of this mixed media work by Megan Pripusuk called Tres 3 reminded me of the late Walter Bruder, whose complex wood pieces always had its tongue firmly in the cheek. Demonstrating learning and growth are part of the artistic process. One of our most accomplished and celebrated oil painters, Julie Hauk, has been exploring intaglio viscosity monotype. Wings of Change is a small abstract that combines a rainbow of color along with bold lines that give the work the feeling of motion. I liked it so much, I've added it to my collection. This clay piece by Renee Wilcox is called The Evas Stole My Board. The fin is visible, and there is the image of the two Evas flying away with the board. The Eva is the great frigate bird. It is Hawaii's largest, and its name means thief, which it may have gotten from its hunting strategy of snatching fish from the mouths of smaller birds. Becky Lewis created this wood and vine work called Swallow Nest. The vine work looks like basketry among the painted black wood. Christine Wara has 3 pieces in the show. 2 are prints. This one is called Seat at the Table. However, the 2 elements I find particularly intriguing are the ornate table leg and the shadows on the floor. It appears as if there is a skylight in that room. Out for the Day is the other print, and it depicts a vacant bird's nest. Finally, Ms. Wara submitted this watercolor entitled I See You. Do you see it? It's a gecko hiding among those shell ginger blossoms, beautifully captured by Ms. Wara. The Heart of the Hui Student and Faculty Showcase is open Wednesday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. until May 21st. If you don't yet feel comfortable going out, they follow all CDC outline guidelines. There is a terrific virtual show accessible at www.huinoeao.com/virtual exhibitions with excellent photos of all the artwork done by Jose Morales of Xenia Productions. Well, that's Curtain Call from a Distance for this week. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Paul James Brown. A hui hou.